Welcome to the Soulside Talk Show. I'm your host, David J. Gill, and I'm very excited to be sharing with you this Passover, this Good Friday, this Resurrection holiday weekend. If you're like me, chances are that you've been included in this nationwide quarantine lockdown at home situation due to the COVID-19 virus. In all honesty, I don't believe any of us saw this need to lock down the way we are. I don't think we saw it coming. But I am glad that we're taking the steps necessary to flatten the curve, to minimize the risk of exposure and minimize the risk of spreading this disease. I'm praying that we, get past all of this as soon as possible. I'm praying that all is well with you and the special people in your life. It's been quite a while since I broadcasted here on the Soulside Talk Show. It seemed like every time I wanted to cover certain content, new stuff kept happening. New stuff kept coming to me. New developments constantly emerged. And so I literally had to take a back seat and just allow life to teach me some very valuable lessons before I could get back on the air with you. I must say it's mighty good to be back, and I feel very much like a racehorse that's busting out the gate right now. So the first thing I'd like to share with you is that I am a joint venture partner with a Care Alliance group. This Care Alliance group is called Intercultural Collaborative, and we are here in Birmingham, Alabama. We are committed to promoting a better quality of life for families, for schools, for faith-based organizations and businesses in our area. You'll be hearing more about Intercultural Collaborative in upcoming episodes, but for now, you can learn more about it by going to our Facebook page entitled Intercultural Collaborative. Click on the About section. You can read about us there and check out our posts. Our Care Alliance, we focus on three main areas of life that many of us are familiar with. The Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise series. You'll see it there on that Facebook page. Once again, I'd like you to go there to learn more about Intercultural Collaborative. We serve the community with an initiative called Good Ground. And I oversee the Good Ground Initiative, which is a part of Intercultural Collaborative. The Good Ground Initiative is a cultivation ministry. It's designed to enhance an individual church's capacity to serve the community and to grow its membership. Intercultural Collaborative's Care Alliance, it implements the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise initiative in the community at large. What Good Ground does is it implements the same Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise initiative programs specifically in individual churches to help them grow their ministries. I'm very blessed and excited to be involved with Good Ground because I love the church. I grew up in the church. And, at a very young age, my grandmother once told my mother that I would be one of God's preachers. And I'll be glad to share that story with you one day. Let's just say that I'm very happy to serve God and to serve His people. We want to address the problems facing churches today, especially that of falling memberships. We want to turn that trend around. Look for the Good Ground Initiative on Facebook as well in upcoming weeks. I'm still working on the Good Ground Initiative Facebook page, and I plan on publishing it soon. I'll let you know when it's up. Today's show has to do with Intercultural Collaboratives and Good Ground Initiative's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise series. Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Each and every one of us are experiencing some things that this entire country and the world at large hasn't seen in like 100 years. The COVID-19 pandemic, it's affected the entire world in ways that none of us have ever experienced in this lifetime. So I want this message to be a beacon of hope to each and every one of you listening out there. Some are sick. Many more have lost jobs. Many of y'all have had your hours cut way back, Some of you are working in industries that that are no longer active because they're considered non-essential. Non-essential travel has been drastically restricted. Schools have been closed all around the country, and people are hoarding up all the toilet paper of all things, right? Hoarding up the alcohol wipes, face masks and ventilators are in short supply. Our first responders and our medical personnel are finding themselves overwhelmed. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I know you know about these things already. We've been bombarded by the media, and the country is like in a state of panic and fear. And right now, while I'm taping this, it's Good Friday, April 10th, 2020. It's been projected by the end of this month that the national unemployment rate is going to hit 25% behind all of this. Can you imagine 1 out of 4? 1 out of every 4 unemployed behind all of this. See, if there was ever a time where we need encouragement, now is that time. Today's Good Friday, and so I just want to say to you that good things are up ahead for us all. Even now, right now, there are people in place who already have a plan to help bring us out of this. Perhaps you've heard this phrase before. It's the best of times and it's the worst of times. You've heard that before? It's the best of times and it's the worst of times. And it might be very hard to see the best times part right now, but I want y'all to be encouraged. We are coming out of this and we will be all right. So I just want you to think about that. It might be hard to see that the best times are up ahead. It might be hard to see that the best times exist right now. Question is, what are you focusing on? What's got your attention? See what I'm saying? Now, as we move forward in this discussion, I'd like to break down what it means to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, even in times like these. We live in an information age, brothers and sisters. We have the ability, we have quick and simple access to accurate information like we've never had before. You see what I'm saying? We can literally take a deep dive off into the subject matter of our choice, and within a few hours or even in a few days, we can become quite knowledgeable about anything we really want to know about. So when it comes to being healthy and wealthy and wise, even though it's listed last, I'm saying that the wisdom piece needs to be addressed first. If you're going to be healthy and if you're going to be wealthy, you got to know what you're doing, right? Okay, let me give you an example. So anytime a company produces something for sale, a whole lot of research and development goes into that thing, R&D. They need knowledge before they put it out there. See, if you're going to navigate, you want to navigate with wisdom, all right? And the best way to achieve wisdom is to grab hold of mentorship. You understand what I'm saying? Even though the wisdom piece is listed last, we want wisdom to be at the forefront. See, the thing about it is, we need to pay attention to what's working. We need to pay attention to what's not working. See, all of that is good knowledge. Even if you've experienced a lot of things in your life and you found that they didn't work, that's still some important knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? We need to move forth in knowledge because it was the Lord who said, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." So we're talking about knowledge that's widely available. And yet, are we reaching for it? Are we ignoring it? See, that's the issue right there. So if you're going to be healthy, if you're going to be wealthy, you got to know what you're doing. Okay? We want to make sure that we get the best results possible. See, because many of us are trying the same old things while hoping for a different result. And that thing ain't working, especially when it comes to our health. Let me start off by saying pretty much that, all of us want to be financially wealthy or at least comfortable, right? But remember this, it doesn't matter how wealthy you might be if you're sick. You feel me? Some might even say that your health is your wealth. And I can't argue with that because I know what it feels like to have a pocket full of money and feel like dirt. See what I'm saying? Hey, we want both, to feel good and to have some money, because the money really doesn't matter without feeling good. It doesn't matter how much money you got if you can't even enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? So for me, even though we use the phrase healthy, wealthy, and wise, the wisdom piece needs to be first priority in order to know how to activate the second priority, the healthy part. See, because you got to be strong enough to go get the bag. You understand what I'm saying? It's my desire to help you know everything you need to know to overcome your health issues and your money issues. I'm going to be teaching the spiritual, the emotional, the physical health piece very adamantly. I'm going to be showing you what to do about your spiritual health, your emotional health, your physical health, and my team members. They're going to assist me here on the Soul Side Talk Show. They're going to share the financial piece. They're going to share the business piece. And we're going to learn how to bypass all the troubles of this world right now with some real solutions. I believe that because every question has an answer and every problem has a solution. I'm David J. Dill, host of the Soul Side Talk Show, and I'll be back with you to wrap this episode up in just a minute. This week's episode of the Soul Side Talk Show is brought to you by Ministry Cakes. Ministry Cakes is a ministry fundraising entity of the Soul Side Enterprises and a supporter of the Good Ground Initiative. You can find Ministry Cakes on Facebook under the same name, Ministry Cakes. We specialize in scratch-baked tea cakes, pound cakes, red velvet cakes, peanut butter cookies, and key lime pound cake. Please call us or text us your order, 205-569-3130. That's 205-569-3130. Brothers and sisters, I appreciate you staying with us here on the Soul Side Talk Show. We've covered a lot of ground so far, but I want to leave you with some final thoughts regarding our health in the midst of this COVID-19 crisis. If you get anything out of what I talk about today, I want you to get this. When we look at the worldwide statistics as to who has died from this disease, we see the vast majority of them, almost all of them, had underlying causes that contributed to their inability to recover once they've been infected. You understand what I'm saying? That's a huge issue. In the part 2 of this episode, I'm going to cover more detail about that important fact. Remember, not only did these people die from the disease, COVID-19, they died because they had one or more underlying factors. What were those? Some had hypertension, obesity, diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, cancer, lung disease, asthma. See, they had these situations going on before becoming infected with COVID-19. So I want you to focus on that very closely because there's something else going on as well. The top immunologists are saying that some seemingly healthy people, right? People who are not considered to be in a high-risk category, they're also getting infected with COVID-19, and yet they show absolutely no symptoms at all. What's up with that? See, let's do the math. Let's do the math on this. Healthy people are catching it and beating it. Unhealthy people are catching it, and some of those never recover. See, the immunologists are the ones saying that those who are immunocompromised, those whose immune systems have been compromised, they're having the worst time with this thing. So having the healthiest immune system possible. See, that's the key to surviving this and every other infection that might come our way. We keep hearing about what a threat this disease is. What a threat this disease is. And indeed, it is a threat. But I want you to remember something, brothers and sisters. Our immune systems, the one who created us with an immune system, He designed our immune system to do what? To handle these threats. You understand what I'm saying? We keep hearing, there's no cure, there's no cure. And so, because there's no cure and there's no vaccine, I need you to be very afraid about this thing. See what I'm saying? That's the mindset. But we're not hearing much at all about the need to build our immunity. We're not hearing that in mass media, are we? See, that's where I'm coming in at. You and I want the strongest immune system that we can possibly have, no matter what. I don't want you in fear about getting sick, brothers and sisters. That we ain't on that page. Now, can you get sick? The doctors and the nutritionists and people who work in the field of medicine, they're saying that if your immune system is low or overloaded, yeah, you can get sick. See, but I don't want you sick conscious. I don't want that to be your mindset. You feel me? I want you health conscious. Our minds can't be on both at the same time. They're going to be on one or they're going to be on the other. And we have to choose which one we're going to focus on. You got to choose which one you're going to focus on. See, because what we focus on, it expands. And we need to focus on the thing that we really want. And we need to not focus on the thing that we don't want. See what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, this is a soul issue. This is what I mean by that. The soul, it consists of our mind, our will, and our emotions. This is a soul issue, and it's my goal to inspire you like never before. I want you seeking out ways to build your immunity. I want you to seek out ways to help you not get sick in the first place. And if you are sick, I want you to recognize why you're sick and what to do about it based on the best of the best information that doctors are sharing with us out there. You've got questions, we've got answers. I'm going to direct you to some of the best information available so that you can make up your own mind about this. I believe you'll find that what I'm directing you to is accurate, beneficial. I just believe you're going to be as healthy as you possibly can be, because what's worked for me and my family has also worked for thousands and thousands of other people, even in times like these. I pray you've enjoyed today's 2020 return of the Soul Side Talk Show. Let's take a deeper dive on this specific health issue in our upcoming part 2 of this segment and get a clear understanding of why our immune systems become weakened, why our immune systems get overloaded, why our immune systems get overwhelmed. And let's learn how to turn it all around for the better right here on the Soul Side Talk Show. I'm your host, David J. Dill. Peace, and may the Lord richly bless you.